right, coming at you with some Ben and Grace drama. Looks like they lost yet another friend to collab with. Though a little bit of history. They had already lost this friend, okay? They already lost this friend. She doesn't really want to collab with them. There was never really any real interest to rekindle things or anything like that. And then we're going to watch Ben and Grace cope and seethe with Rejection. Watch. This is going to be juicy. Let's put this on the screen here and press that play button. By the way, if you like this, you already know what to do, man. It helps out the channel, share, like, all that stuff, okay? All right, here we go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Thorp TV. I'm your host, Grace Thorp, here with my father and loyal employee, Ben Thorp. And we're here because we had an interaction with the one and only Ruby SpaceX, somebody who we've had a lot of interaction with lately, and for the past 6 months, and got banned from her stream.
I like the way she says that. Got banned from her stream. Like the audacity. Like, how could she? How could she ban me from her stream? Grace acts like she's entitled to be on anyone's stream. You're not, Grace. You're not. The only reason why I haven't banned you is because every time you come here, I'm more than willing to remind you that we all know that you like to go down on your daddy. We all know you like to sleep with your daddy. We all know the only real relationship you have ever had is with your dad. And by real relationship, I mean real in the bed relationship. That's what I'm talking about. It's funny. Grace will go on these shows, talk about how to get boys and what men want and all that stuff, right? Yet she's never dated anyone seriously. Okay? She's never done that. The only experience she's ever had is at home. Isn't that right, Ben? Oh, but you like it that way. Keep it homemade, huh? All right, anyway.
For asking a simple question.
And we're going to use this as an opportunity to introduce an 8-part series. This is kind of just a prelude to it.
8-part series.
The Rubester came before our interactions with these people, or before the last interaction with these people. But it epitomizes this kind of idiocy and nonsense.
Yeah.
And you can see it in real time here. We'll give you the background, those of you who are new, as to what she's talking about. We'll give you the clips of what she's talking about, and you can see and make up your own mind whether this makes any fucking sense whatsoever. It doesn't, and you know it's time to call it out. A little bit of a hint, like, and you.
I'm going to go ahead and just say this: what they're going to try to do, the same thing they've done before, same thing to do with everyone that ever shuns them or shuts the door on them or doesn't want to work with them, is they will try to bring up their past, their dirty deeds, their dirty laundry, and frame them as like worse than them, or equal to them, or worse than them. They want to bring them down. They want to bring Ruby down to their level so that Ruby will think the only person she could really collab with is them. But here's the thing. Look, Ruby has a past. I think she's done drugs and all that stuff, and she's tried to, rehab. Maybe she relapsed or whatever. But that stuff, Ben and Grace, let me tell you, that stuff is like in the realm of people understand addiction. That stuff happens a lot. In fact, if anything, you're trying to frame that as like a thing that to prove that she's bad, but really what you're showing is she is falls to addiction, like how a lot of people do. Meanwhile, what's happening is you guys are bitter because she doesn't want to interact with you because you guys are banging, you guys are intimate, you guys are disgusting, you guys are like you're beyond degenerate, dude. You take that you claim that word. It is new. I don't know. They have to redefine it for you guys. Like the stuff you guys do, the stuff you guys talk about, the stuff you guys co-sign is things that is outside the realm of normalcy, okay? The stuff that people cannot relate to at all. Like you guys belong, honestly, you guys belong in a dumpster, like just thrown in a dumpster and close it, okay? That's what you need to be, okay? But you guys are out roaming around when you're actually like dumpster gremlins. You guys are both dumpster gremlins in my mind. Ben is a tall guy. He's more like a dumpster ogre, okay? But yeah, So yeah, that's what's happening here. They want to frame it and try to make her look bad, which, I mean, everyone has their problems here. The thing is, because she won't play with them. She won't play with them. She doesn't like them, and they can't stand that. Why won't you play with us? I demand you to play with us. That's Ben. Ben has to lash out and try to control women he can't control. The only woman he can really control is Grace, because she's hopeless. But don't feel too sorry for her. Okay, she's kind of trapped in there. Okay, I'm saying you might feel sorry for her, but it might be kind of wasted because she's not getting out. She's like learned helplessness. She's like part of it. It is bad. Honestly, it would make for an interesting case study. It really would. Anyway.
See what happens. The copes, the lies, and then the threats of self-harm.
Yeah.
Boo fucking who? Jump. Okay? So
look, threats of self-harm and like that sort of like ideation, that's in the realm of normalcy too. People understand that. People can relate to that. That stuff is so relatable. There's like, there's like all sorts of songs and books about it, whatever. But you guys sleep together. That's not normal. That's like a Rammstein song, okay? All right? That's not normal, bro. I don't know why I said bro.
This is how you get there. This is what these idiots are doing. This is what idiots like this do. And it doesn't have to be this way. Just be honest. We were inviting her to do a kind of LOLCOW rejects as a kind of funny little
LOLCOW rejects. Yeah, use the LOLCOW brand. I'm sure that's going to work out for you, Ben.
Project.
Yeah.
But there's this fucking idiocy of, I don't know if I can collaborate with you. Mm-hmm. What the fuck are you talking about? But we'll go through.
There you go. Well, I tell you, that's the heart of the matter. That's what he's freaked out about. That's what he can't stand. And Ben is the sort of person, if a woman tells him no, he cannot take it. He cannot stand it.
You're a junkie. You're a self-indulgent fat idiot.
See, going for insults, just like making fun of the way she looks, all this stuff. Never mind, Ben doesn't take showers. Ben stinks. Everyone who's ever been around Ben will say that he smells like onions and it's pretty ripe. It's pretty disgusting there. Ben, I know I said this many times, but it's the thing there. He will like call other people's names and go into other people's stuff, but he's at the very bottom. You know that dumpster I talked about? You know how he's a dumpster ogre? Well, he's like, he dwells in the sludge at the bottom of that dumpster, okay? That's where he dwells, okay? And in that muck is his daughter, who they you don't even want to know what they do, okay? But they go at it, and it's disgusting. Meanwhile, he thinks he has the place. I guess he thinks he could just make fun of other people and be fine. People actually take him serious. But Ben, here's the thing: no one's really listening to you. No one really cares what you got to say. They think it's funny. It sometimes triggers them, but you're just an asshole, Ben. You're just an asshole who's bitter because they don't want to work with you. Well, that's what you got, man. Not even your own family wants to work with you. I mean, that's true.
You should jump at the opportunity to collaborate with quality like this.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to do this.
Quality. Ben is quality. That's right, Ben.
Long form. Shut your fucking fat, stupid female mouth, Ruby.
Yes.
And we're going to go at it, and there's going to be no holds barred. Let's go.
Now, just to give you a slight bit of
yeah. I'm sure it's going to be I'm sure it's really going to destroy Ruby. I'm sure it's absolutely not going to make you guys look like absolute clowns.
Context, if for
anybody sick of it.
For anybody who's rewatching or anybody who isn't familiar with any of
this. And
this.
really, he's just mad because Ruby won't play with him. He's like, Ruby, why would you play with me? I'm going to be mean to you. But it's not going to work, Ben. It's not going to work on Ruby. She's not listening to you. She knows this pattern. She knows what you're doing. That's why she kicked you out. She kicked you out of her house. You guys were kicked out. You guys lost your invitation because of you, Ben. Because you went on a whole hour-long talk of like shaming Ruby over her saying she wants to get married one day. And you, the guy whose marriage is in shambles, you, the guy who bangs his daughter, you, the guy who has weird intentions towards his other daughter, you, the guy who should not be around a school at all or Chuck E. Cheese, you want to be the one to be like, oh, how is marriage even possible in your future when you are a hoe, is what you pretty much told her. But a long way, right? A roundabout way, you did that. And you act like what you're saying is like coming from someone with like authority, like you actually know, like you're someone to be respected. You're not someone to be respected, dude. You're a disgusting human being. You are not worthy of respect at all. People should spit on you on sight. People should spit on you and piss on you on sight. The next time you see Ben, piss on him. Now, the consequences are your consequences. All right. But, I mean, that's what he is. He's like a walking urinal, okay? That's what Ben is. So, don't be surprised that people don't want to collab with you, Ben.
We're going to break it down in parts for you. But
and
just
the rest of the crew is going to get the same goddamn treatment.
Absolutely.
If you deserve holding back, we'll hold back. But this one, it's just enough.
It's enough.
Okay.
So Ruby
God, society's bad enough. The internet is horrendous. We're here to wipe these people out. If they jump off all the bridges, let them jump. Send me the video, and we'll have a little remembrance of you. If you can't handle being told the truth when you're lying, then there is a real question about your humanity.
You guys can't handle the truth when you're lying. Look at that. How rich is that?
And whether you really are part of the human family and should remain with us. That's
Yes.
a you problem, not a me problem. But we'll show it here.
But Ben, your problem, you got a whole lot of problems. I don't know if you should be telling people that they have problems. When you Ben, it's Christmas. Why aren't you with your family, Ben? Why aren't you with your wife and your kids? I know why you're not around Maggie, and you want to be. Kind of have a weird thing for girls, little girls that are your own? That's kind of weird, bro. That's disgusting. Honestly, the world would be better without you, Ben. Grace would be better without you. But like that turd, you just won't go. You won't flush down the toilet. You're just a floater, dude. Now you went from being a dumpster ogre that dwells in the muck, from a urinal, to now a turd that just won't flush. But either way, it all sticks.
Here.
Now, just so you know, if you're not familiar, just a slight recap before we break it down in parts. Ruby Spacek is a 34-year-old woman who lives in New Haven who did YouTube a few years ago. And
that's cute. Ben is, how old is he exactly? I know he's a lot older than me. I know he's in his age where he should be thinking about retirement, but he has no career. He has no prospects. He has no retirement. He doesn't have a house in his name. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't even have his family. Dude, like, you guys, Grace, and what are you? You're like 20-something, right? And what are you doing with your life? Do you have a career? YouTube's going to be your career? You're living with your daddy? Going from hotel to hotel. You can't even separate from your dad without going through some sort of trauma. So how about you shut the fuck up? Like, these people act like they're like in some sort of better place to be like dunking on people, dabbing on people, when they're absolute clowns. Like, their life is in shambles. They're in no place. They're in no place to be giving anyone lectures or anything like that. Okay? They're in no place for that. I mean, I wish things would improve for Grace, but she wanted to save herself. Ben, honestly, he belongs in prison for the stuff he's done.
reached out to me about 6 months ago looking to collab to interview me on her channel.
Hello, Joshua.
Hi, Joshua. Welcome back. Thanks for the $2.
Learn how to conjugate the verb to be, and we'll send you more scat stories.
Greg?
And these people were here, mommies sit on me and using me as an ashtray. Like, so the interesting thing about Ben and Grace is they do attract like the most like subhuman tards I've ever seen. Like the ones who like actually simp for them and pay them money and stuff. Like it is like subhuman tards. It really is. If you I understand maybe you've done that in the past or whatever, and maybe you learned about some things. I understand that. There's a path for redemption for everyone, okay? But to actively and persist, that's like subhuman tard behavior, okay? That's what that is.
Shout out to you, buddy, by the way. So we never ended up doing the interview on her channel, but we ended up doing IRL collabs. We did a series of IRL collabs. We went to casinos, etc. Until things broke down. She kicked us off her porch in New Haven.
She did.
Bought her hotel rooms, bought her beer, bought her
split our
meals,
donos with her.
Split our donos.
Exactly
very,
half.
Very generous.
Even though we
God.
That is not even accurate, is it? That was a whole thing about... It was always an ordeal about splitting the pizza, splitting the beer, and all that stuff. And I don't think for a second that they were, because knowing them, knowing how cheap they are with their donations, knowing how cheap they are with their money, no, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. And look at the way he tries to frame it. They were kicked out. They're kicked out because Ben kept on lecturing her for hours about how she will not get married because she has hoe behavior. Meanwhile, he's divorced because he has sicko behavior, okay? That's what he has. He has PDF behavior, dude. All right, anyway.
Two people, and she was one. We split our donuts
Tolerated
exactly
the
half.
reeking smell of her cat piss, her gay, hostile brother, all the endless babbling.
Cash apps are close to $1,000 total, okay? And she has been nonstop claiming she has been a victim of that experience.
You guys are acting like a victim of this experience.
Even though she's the one who burned the bridge.
It was perfectly friendly until I decided to have a little more real conversation with someone who just was blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And you'll see how that went down. You could tell me that it was terrible what I did.
Oh, yeah. Ben will play that clip. I'm not going to get into all that. In fact, I'm not going to even watch all this. Oh, why? The prep for this video, I watched like the first 5 minutes. That's all I needed. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is a 5-hour-long cope stream because Ruby doesn't want to play with you guys anymore. Huh. You know, Ben, you're so quick to tell people that they're acting like a victim when you are literally acting like a victim. You got scorned, okay? Someone rejected you, okay? Deal with it. Learn. Maybe you need a self-help book on how to deal with rejection. Next time you go to the courtroom, next time you have any, next time that happens, I'm sure you could find a little pamphlet there about self-help. I'm sure you could find a pamphlet or some sort of ad about some sort of counseling you could probably take. Oh, but that won't work for you because you know best. You won't listen to anybody because there's not even a problem in Ben's world. In Ben's world, his wife is the problem. In Ben's world, like everyone else is the problem, but not him. Not him. Wow. So rich. Anyway, that's the most of it. I mean, if you want to watch it yourself, feel free to. It's 5 hours long. I would be like, I got something better to do. Like, I don't know, watch literally anything else. Anything else. But, you know, if you ever want to have these kind of longer streams on this, you let me know and maybe we can make that work. With that said, you guys take it easy and enjoy your Christmas. Something that Ben cannot do because of his own actions.